What's up, guys? Henner and Hito and Gracie here at the Gracie Academy. Recently we released a video about a boy named Austin McDaniel from Indiana who was assaulted in Indiana, and once we realized this, we brought him out to California for a 1-week jiu-jitsu transformation, and it's fair to say that his life will never be the same.
He was transformed.
And many of you got the chance to see that video and see the type of transformation that took place in a very short period of time. After that video was released, we got a call from a mother named Amy in Minnesota, and Amy said that her son, Derek, had been getting bullied really badly to the point where he was ready to drop out of school because the bullying and the harassment was so bad. She basically said she was willing to do whatever it takes to, get her son the training necessary to overcome these challenges. And I told her that I had a really busy schedule for traveling and I was going to be gone for like 4 weeks, and she didn't want to wait till I was done with my travel. So what happened was they met me in Texas, where I was there to teach a GST, a law enforcement instructor certification course. They flew from Minnesota, I flew from Los Angeles. I was teaching police officers all day, and every night we met for a couple hours and I taught private classes to this boy, Derek. Super cool kid. At the very beginning was very timid and very shy, would hardly look me in the eye, and certainly knew nothing about self-defense. Was a very, was a good athlete, played hockey, but still, I think had been kind of shut down by this harassment, and being such a good kid that he was, it really affected him in a negative way. And what happened during that week was remarkable. Besides all the psychological help and all the talking about, what he can do and how he's supposed to stand up for himself, regardless of school policy, you have to defend yourself, and giving him that permission, it was really remarkable to see the amount of progress he was able to make in 1 week. So here's a short clip to show you kind of what can be done.
What's up? I'm Derek the Haley.
And I'm Henner Gracie.
He's ready. You don't need me anymore, bro. Congratulations. The champ is here. Pass, I'd say. Good job, bro. Much respect.
So what's the bottom line?
Jiu-jitsu saves lives.
You guys won't believe it. This kid, after the training, completely transformed. And of course, since then he's gone back. He's been bullied. He stood up for himself. He's played hockey. Kids act crazy on the hockey rink. He stands up for his friends and for himself. And I'm glad to say that he'll be coming out this summer for the Gracie Bullyproof Summer Camp to be able to train and further his training, which is remarkable. Not to mention he's training at a certified training center in Minnesota with Dave Niska.
After watching that clip, it makes sense that he's transformed because he beat up Superman for a week. And imagine being here beating up Batman and Superman. He just does something to a child. So now, is it safe to say, Henner, that there are so many parents across the country and around the world that know a child, that they have a child that's being bullied, but they have not made the step?
Well, a lot of times they don't know where to go.
Correct. And not only that, but sometimes they wait till when? Till it's too late.
Right.
You can't wait until your child wants to quit school and doesn't want to go back to class or quit any after school activities. You have to nip this in the butt now, because every child experiences bullying.
Every single child.
Some children are being bullied, but some are actually doing the bullying.
Right.
And some are seeing bullying and they're encouraging it, or they're a little bit laughing alongside. So jiu-jitsu just it brings everybody back to,
it ultimately helps the targets or the recipients or the victims, as some call it, of this harassment, as much as it helps the bullies and the perpetrators of this harassment. So here's what we want for you guys to help us with. We have this Bulletproof Summer Camp that we have every year, and it's a remarkable event, and it's over 60% sold out right now. But before it gets completely filled up, we'd like to sponsor a few kids to come out to California to participate in this. And we need you guys' help to find the right candidates to bring out to California for this very special 1-week transformation opportunity.
Now, there are many right candidates.
Yeah.
We can't choose all of them.
We can't bring all of them.
There are tens of thousands, probably
Yes.
just in America alone.
Of people who need this. But what we'd like is for you guys to help us spread the word that we're looking for people to bring out and to help make this opportunity possible. And all we want to do is we want to meet the kids, whether it's a child who is overly aggressive and has been a bully for several years, who needs to be bully-proofed from the top down, or someone who's been targeted with this type of harassment, for several years and is at that phase of, almost wanting to drop out of school or who knows what because they can't deal with it. They don't know how to deal with it. In either case, we think we can help them. So we'd like your guys' help in finding the right candidates for this opportunity. And to do that, what we want to do is have the parents of the children who would like to be sponsored to come to California for the Bullyproof Summer Camp to film a video. And the way it's going to work is, in this video, we want the parent to introduce themselves, okay? We want the parent to tell us, obviously their name and where they're from. We would like the parent to give us a description of the incidences.
Yes.
Basically, how long has the bullying been happening? What type of incidences specifically are happening to the child? And then we want to hear from the child. We want to hear the child's name, the child's age, and then we want the description of the incidences from the child. So the 3 specific questions that we're looking for are, number 1 is, how long has the harassment been taking place? How long have they been getting bullied? Or if they are the bully, how long have they been bullying? Okay. Number 2 is, what type of specific behaviors have they been targeted with? Okay, so what is the bully? What are the bullies doing to the child specifically, so that we have an understanding of the situation at hand? Or what type of harassment is this child doing to other children? Okay, and number 3 is, why? Why? Okay, so how long, what are they doing, and why is it happening?
And
ask the child why they think they're getting targeted by this harassment.
And it's simply why they think.
Right, because they probably don't even know the right answer.
Correct.
Because if they knew the right answer, then they would know the solution. But we almost want to know what they think, so at least we know what we're starting from in terms of a mental framework and how we can best help these individuals who are being targeted by this. Or if they are the bully, why are they doing this to other kids? Now, the bully sometimes doesn't even know why they do it. But in this video that any candidates have to submit, we still want to know why they think they bully other kids,
Yes.
right? Oh, they might just say it's fun. Now, we understand, obviously, it's a sensitive issue, and it may be difficult for some children to speak, especially on camera, about these issues, but we cannot bring someone out unless we have a chance to meet them. And to meet them, the best way is through video.
Even if the parent is speaking, saying, listen, don't, and then the kid does this to you, right?
Yeah,
And just
narrate
narrate
it.
it. How do they
Help
push
you.
you? Do they push you here? And just your child saying yes and nodding their head, that's us meeting them.
Absolutely.
Let's get them on camera. Now, you mentioned that it can be for a victim of bullying
Right.
and for a bully.
Right.
Right? And we can agree that both the bully and the victim both lack confidence. So our goal is to give them both confidence through jiu-jitsu and bring them both back to the, just the child, where a child should be.
Right,
Now, it's tricky for a parent to say, yeah, my child is a bully,
right.
okay? And we just want you to know that when you bring your child here, whether they're the victim or the bully, and we see them both as victims in a sense because they're both lacking confidence,
Well,
and
yeah.
we want to help both. So whether you bring them here for either one of those, we're not going to hurt them in any way.
No.
We're not going to fix this problem by intimidating the bully. It's strictly by leading by example and showing them, respect and us helping other kids and them learning techniques and them feeling empowered, and then therefore that will transform into them wanting to, help kids the same way we help them and so on. And they'll really know what true power feels like, which they have never felt before, and that's why they have a false sense of power, which they get from bugging
Right.
other kids. And if you are a parent who your child is bullying somebody, this is not your fault. Sometimes it's other kids in school
Right.
that might be bugging them. It could be an older cousin.
It could be the media. A lot of kids learn behaviors from the media. They watch the internet, they see a knockout game, and they want to go knock people out.
They're trying to impress their friends, so the parents sometimes don't want to bring somebody in because it's like, my child is a bully, but trust us, we've seen so many kids who have bullied other kids, and we've seen kids that are victims, and both of them, we give the exact same medicine to,
Yeah, and it works for both.
and it works for both.
So for the people who are targeted with this harassment, what do they need? They need confidence. They need physical confidence so they can assert themselves. Bullying and the idea of standing up for yourself all boils down to boundary setting. A child needs to know how to set boundaries that perpetrators or bullies cannot cross. But here's the deal, here's the catch. We are only going to establish boundaries that we are willing and capable of enforcing. Okay? So you can't tell your child, hey, stand up for yourself, unless the child asserts themselves as, hey, don't ever talk to me like that again, and has the tools to back it up if they do violate that boundary. So asking your child to stand up for themselves to a bully without giving them the tools of self-defense is the same as asking your child to learn how to surf without first teaching them how to swim. It just doesn't make sense. And here's the best part, the non-violence aspect. Parents love that.
No violence, no punches. I haven't thrown a punch in the last 30 years.
There you go. And we can neutralize anyone, any violent aggressor. So the children, the techniques we're teaching these children during this 1-week summer camp are 100% control-based techniques. So when the aggressor becomes violent, they neutralize the threat, immobilize the bully, and essentially put an end to it until help arrives. And they negotiate with the bully. So 100% nonviolent use. And giving them the physical tools, the only reason we do that is so they have the confidence to assert themselves verbally, emotionally, and psychologically, so they never have to use the physical self-defense tools.
So they're gonna learn verbal and physical jiu-jitsu.
Oh, 100%.
Got it.
Absolutely. We do role-playing exercises in the sense of they learn how to walk, they learn how to talk, they learn how to stand, they learn how to speak. And what's rule number 1? When you deliver the assertiveness line, you don't blink. If you blink during the delivery, you're lost. And they learn these things. And little kids standing in front of each other, they're trying to say it without blinking, without smiling. And it's unbelievable. It's the most fun and productive week of your child's entire lives. Do you believe that?
Yes, and do you believe that once you learn both physical and verbal, that once you have the physical, verbal will solve 90% of your problems?
More.
99.
How many has it solved for you?
It solved all
problem.
of them.
You've never had
All
this.
I use is physical jiu-jitsu all day.
Verbal.
I'm sorry, verbal.
Be careful what you say right now. Parents are
Correct,
watching.
but
he meant verbal, okay? He said
having the physical inside
In that
allows
sense.
my verbal to just be so.
So in that sense,
Precise.
he uses the physical jiu-jitsu every day to not get into fights. I love it. Now, real quick, for the bully, regarding, he almost mentioned how it brings them and balances them out and how the bully lacks confidence. Some people say that the bully doesn't lack confidence, but they have an inflated sense of confidence and they just want to keep it growing and keep maintaining that. The difference is irrelevant. What matters is that what makes a bully is the abusive use of a power advantage. Either he has more friends, he's stronger, he has more money, he has, lives in a nicer house, plays better video games, better on the soccer team, whatever it is, that child thinks they have a power advantage over the target. And because they have a power advantage, their mindset is the way that you maintain and you elevate that power advantage is you abuse those who have less perceived power than you. Now, what Hidon is mentioning is that when a bully comes here, we reconfigure, we re-engineer the child in terms of how they perceive their power advantage. Because if all their life they see parents and brothers and siblings in media in which a power advantage is used to abuse those who have less power than you, then naturally that's the way you're going to build yourself, is by abusing those without that advantage. But here at the Gracie Academy will be, for many bullies, the first time that they ever see the correct use of power, which is Hidon and myself, black belts. We could easily choke anybody we want with or without our hands. And we're teaching these kids that what you do with power is respect, discipline, servitude, compassion, humility. If you have a partner, just by them pairing up with each other and saying, hey, if you know the move and your partner's having difficulty, guide them, help those with less power, assist them. So you, for the first time, learn that power is not built by abusing those without it. Power is built by giving power to others and serving others without that same power. That's why we bully-proof, and that's how we bully-proof the bullies. We re-engineer their perceived use of the power advantage that they have. It's remarkable, you guys. No matter who shows up, it's life-changing, and we just want your guys' help to find some candidates that could benefit mostly from this. Now, these videos that we described to you have to be filmed and uploaded and sent to us before April 30th, okay? So we don't have that much time, but we gotta spread the word as soon as possible.
If it's a serious issue in your family, you have a lot of time.
If it's a serious issue, get the video up and send it to us as soon as possible.
In day one.
Yeah. So here's what we want you to do. Upload this video to the internet, put it on YouTube, and in the title of the video, write Bullyproof My Child, and then in parentheses, put the child's first name, just so we have that. Take that video link from YouTube and email the link to info@gracieacademy.com, And in the subject, put the title of the video, Bullyproof My Child, parentheses, your child name. And then just include that link. We're gonna watch the videos, and of the videos submitted, we're gonna scan through them, and we're gonna find the people who we feel are the best candidates for this training opportunity. And if selected, we'll bring the child and the parent out to California and have them here for this 1 week life-changing experience.
When you say sponsor, do you mean sponsor the camp?
And fly them out.
And the air and the flight?
Yes, we will fly you out here. We'll sponsor your participation and your stay here.
Hotel?
And, hotel as well. You guys, we're gonna go all the way. We really want this opportunity to land in the hands of those who need it most, but the only way that's possible is if we make sure that everyone hears about it. And more importantly, when the parent comes with the child, we're gonna specifically meet with the parent to make sure they have the appropriate mindset and training material, instructional training material, so that when they go back home, the training can continue with the child without us. Because it is a perishable skill, but I think that once the parent witnesses what they're gonna see,
yes,
the amazing transformation of over 100 children in this room over the course of an entire week, they're gonna have a good momentum to know how to guide their child.
100%. And there are some parents that are still thinking to themselves that 1 week can't solve our problem.
Well, watch the Austin 1 week transformation, watch Derek's amount of information he learned, and talk to Derek's mom and see if she doesn't feel the same. And talk to the parents of any child who's done this camp before.
Of course. No, we know.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were
We
asking
know.
me.
No, I'm not asking you.
Now, for those of you who would like your child to come to the camp, but maybe either don't qualify or can't afford to come out here on your own, we recommend you check out bullyproofsummercamp.com. The spaces are filling up very quickly. It sells out every year, and definitely save your child's spot. It's the first week of August in the summer, and all the details are there explaining the content, the course, and the curriculum for the entire week. The ages between 5, 6 years old and 12, 13 years old is what we're looking for. No experience is necessary, and even if the child has some jiu-jitsu experience, the stuff that we're going to cover in the week that they're here goes way beyond the techniques by themselves.
Yes.
No doubt. Cool? Cool. Thank you very much. We can't wait to see you guys' videos. For more specific instructions on how to format those videos, check out the description below. Much respect, and we hope to see you on the mat very soon.
I've been watching martial arts since I was a boy from Bruce Lee. I had friends who actually studied with the Gracies many years ago, so when my wife had mentioned, hey, the Gracies are putting on this Bulletproof camp, it was kind of a no-brainer. My kids are in Taekwondo, they're familiar with martial arts, so we felt this was going to be a good fit for them to have some fun because they enjoy that, but also to take something very valuable away from the masters of Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, who better to train our kids?
Would you rather get in one fight? Would you rather get in one fight to fight one time, or get bullied for the rest of your life? Fight one. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It just matters that you defended yourself. You stood up for yourself. That's the important part.
We've experienced a little bit of bullying at school, and one of the things that I was very impressed with is not only identifying that this program identifies what is bullying, who are bullies. Your best friends could be bullies. Your brother or sister can be a bully.
Push it, shove it. Nice, now you talk to him. What do you say? Push him again. Nice, now put your hands up for the fight. Hands up, hands up. Now when he punches you, you're gonna tackle his legs. Go punch him. Punch him, punch him. Cringe the legs. Go, tackle. Tackle him. Yes, now mount. Beautiful.
Just the confidence of a couple simple moves to get him on the ground and to say, I was serious when I used those words of stop bullying me, and you didn't listen, so now we're on the ground and we're grappling.
Vanessa Casillas, Vincent Davis, and Will Bell. Come on up, please. Congratulations. Good job.
We're here at the Gracie Bullyproof Camp, and this is amazing. My children, they love it. My family, we're totally getting involved in this, and my daughters are asking for this. We're getting closer as a family. They're getting more confidence, and the cool thing is, as they're learning to play with me, their dad and their mom, they're learning skills that are going to protect them for life, and that is just so amazing. You guys are really wonderful. You're amazing. Thank you so much for doing this. We're happy to be here. Thank you.